Hello and welcome to the Complete Hire Equipment WRFL Week 3 Finals Edition. Andrew Wilson here with Peppe Cavalieri. Welcome, Peppe.
Thanks, Willow.
Let's start with Rams Division 1's preliminary final day at Avalon Airport Oval. This is our match of the day from 1:30, so tune in from then. It is a big game. Deer Park taking on Spotswood. Deer Park suffered their first finals loss since 2013 last week when they went down to Altona by 19 points. Well, Spotswood survived an epic clash against Werribee Districts and snuck home in the end by 4 points. Deer Park won this 2 weeks ago over Spotswood. Can Spotswood turn the tide on the Lions this weekend?
They can, Willow, but they're going to have to do a few things differently, and they've still got a few big names potentially out. We don't know whether David Yacarino will get up for the grand final, which is a huge loss. Obviously, the man who put them to the sword in the second half, Jace Perkins for Deer Park, won't be playing for the Lions, so that's a massive loss as well for them. They welcomed some big names back last week. Couldn't get the job done against a fresh Altona, but it's just hard to write off Deer Park, I think, in the way that they got over Spotty last time. You think they'd try to do something similar. The Woodsman, though, really backs against the wall kind of stuff against Werribee Districts. Outplayed, you'd have to say, for much of the afternoon. The Tigers kicked 14 straight behinds before they registered a goal, and then I think they kicked 5 straight goals and just missed out in the end by 4 points. So heartbreaking for the Tigers. Their season's done. Woodsman live to fight another day. It's hard. It's so hard to tip Spotswood. I just have to go Deer Park, Willow. I think they might it'll be close, and they just know how to get the job done. And I just think with the players that Spotswood have not available or potentially not available, it's going to make their life very difficult. Lions for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Lions as well for their 7th straight grand final. Sunday is the Division 2 grand final, also at Avalon Airport Oval. We'll be covering this game as well. This will commence from 2 p.m. on 88.9 Win FM. It's the two best sides of Division 2 all year. Yarraville Seddon taking on Wyndham Vale. Wyndham Vale got through last week after just falling in again by 7 points over Parkside. So it's a terrific effort there by Parkside last week to push Wyndham Vale all the way. Massive game again, this one. The two best sides. Who wins?
I think you have to tip Yarraville Seddon, Willow, even though they've seesawed between each other. 4 games they've played each other. 2 all. So hard to split. Yarraville Seddon have to win this one, don't they, Willow? They can't lose 4 grand finals in a row. It would be just heartbreaking for them. But Wyndham Vale are a very good team. Maybe the kick up the backside they needed against Parkside because they're almost not there.
Yeah. 7
points is not a lot, and they only got in front with, I think, 10 minutes to go in that game. That's the type of grit you need to display to get the job done on grand final day. So I think their mental state should be good. Yarraville Seddon, though, will be fresh. You just wonder whether they're sharp enough in the first little bit because in recent times they've been jumped and it's been too much for them to overcome. So
how many demons are left?
Yeah, who knows? They need to make a good start. Yarraville Seddon, absolutely essential. I'm tipping them because they got there first and they have the right to start as favourites.
All right, I'm going to go with the Falcons to win the Division 2 premiership on Sunday. So tune in from 2 p.m. on 88.9 Win FM. On Saturday, the Division 3 grand final. This will be played at VU Whitten Oval. Alban Vale taking on Glenorchy. Glenorchy fantastic last week to advance over Sunshine Heights by 62 points in the preliminary final. They've hit some good form again. They had that lull mid-season after starting the season on fire. Well, Alban Vale has been consistent all year round, but there's not much between these two sides, so it's going to be an interesting game. How do you think it'll play out?
Well, it does seem very much that Glenorchy are peaking at the right time when a few weeks ago we thought maybe their lull would extend into September. It doesn't seem that way. They've earned their spot in the grand final. Very impressive win over Sunshine Heights last week, and we thought that would be a lot closer. In fact, I thought Sunshine Heights would win it. So Alban Vale are going to have to be at their best to win. There's no question about that, Willow. Such a tough one to pick again. I just think, again, the freshness, just having the extra week to recover. And whether they can thwart the X Factor sort of style that Glenorchy have, it would be a wonderful story if the Hawks won the grand final. I don't think anyone would have thought that they'd make the top 4, let alone the big grand dance final, in the end. So it's going to be a big game for both teams. It's going to be a really quality contest. I think it could come down to the weather. I think if it's dry and sunny, I think it suits Glenorchy better. I think they've got the runners to really do the damage, especially on a big oval like Whitten Oval, can really get on the outside and use that X factor that they have. If it's a little bit damp, maybe more contested. I know the Hawks are good in the clinches, but I think Alban Vale have proven in those conditions in the past, especially against the Hawks in recent times as well. They're just potentially a little more polished in that area. So I'm just going with the Cobras, but gee, it's like many of the games this weekend, Willow, absolute toss of the coin.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Hawks to win the...
We've split the difference in this preview, so we'll see how we go.
See what we have. So that is the complete Hire Equipment Week 3 finals preview. Really, really, really mean this. Good luck to your team this weekend.